When did In Sickness and in Health reveal who your partner really was? I walked into the doctor's office for a torn arm muscle and walked out with stage 2 breast cancer. I was 23, a D1 athlete, fresh off a rough practice, expecting a quick diagnosis. The blood work was supposed to be routine. My husband of 4 years, Chris, held my hand in that cold, sterile room while I shook and sobbed. The doctor reassured us they'd caught it early, and Chris dove into action, spending the next 48 hours researching the best surgical teams in Pittsburgh. He didn't even blink at the 6-hour drive. In Sickness and in Health, he kept saying, "We promise." And for the first few months, he was perfect. He took time off work, held a basin while I threw up from chemo, learned which foods I could keep down. When we drove to Pittsburgh for the surgery, he played my favorite songs the whole way. The surgeon warned us they might have to remove some breast tissue. Chris didn't hesitate. "Whatever it takes," he said. "Just save her." 18 hours later, I woke up to him crying with relief. The tumor was out. We thought we'd won. But 3 weeks later, the cancer came back. I collapsed in the oncology waiting room. Chris didn't. He cornered the doctor, demanded options, mapped out new treatments. When I lost my hair, he learned to wrap headscarves. When the pain kept me awake, he rubbed my back until sunrise. But the second surgery was different. The surgeon said both breasts had to go. I didn't hesitate. "Take them both," I said. Chris did. He froze. "But the cancer's only in the left one," he said. "I can't live wondering when it'll come back," I replied. He tried to change my mind right up until they wheeled me in. When I woke up flat-chested and cancer-free, Chris couldn't even look at me. Not at my face. Not at the bandages. He started picking fights over dishes, visitors, the sound of the TV. One night, drunk, I finally asked, "What's wrong?" He laughed, bitter and cruel. "How am I supposed to be happy living with a man?" I froze. "You cut off your breasts. You're not even a woman anymore." I sobbed, trying to explain that I chose to live. He yelled that I looked ugly, that he wasn't attracted to me. And then he passed out on the couch. The next morning, I found a sticky note on the fridge. "For words, I am done with you." After 4 years. That was it. His clothes? Gone. His car? Gone. His phone? Straight to voicemail. I called 47 times before it disconnected. His parents hadn't heard from him either. We filed a missing person report, but the detective said adults are allowed to leave. My parents moved in for 2 weeks, but my dad's commute was brutal. I told them I'd be fine. I lied. The silence was worse than chemo. I would stand in our kitchen just to touch his coffee mug, sit on the couch because his pillow was still dented there. Every night for 3 months, I called his number just to hear his voicemail. Eventually, the tears ran dry. I started online classes, went back to light training, even said yes to a date, which ended with me crying about Chris. But I got a job, made new friends, started therapy, and slowly, the good days outnumbered the bad. Paul wasn't supposed to happen. He was just a client who made me laugh during meetings. After our contract ended, he asked me to coffee. I said no. He asked again. One coffee turned into dinner. Dinner turned into love. The real kind. The kind where he traced my scars and called them beautiful. The kind where he got angry furious when I told him why my marriage ended. The kind where he proposed at sunset and I ugly cried while saying yes. Then, on our wedding day, his mother walked into the venue. She pulled my mom aside, whispered something. My mom pulled me away from the photographers. Chris called his parents this morning. I stopped breathing. He's been in Canada this whole time. He found out you're getting married, and now he wants to talk. My number had changed. He'd emailed. Wanted me to know the truth before I married Paul. I sat in the bridal suite bathroom, staring into space. No anger. No sadness. Just exhaustion. He left me when I needed him the most. Made me feel like less of a woman for saving my own life. Now he wanted forgiveness? Closure? I wasn't giving him either. I wiped my tears, fixed my makeup, and married the man who showed me what in sickness and in health actually means. A month later, I got an email. Chris wrote some garbage about how he owed me an apology, how he couldn't handle who I became, how he tried his best. After a sticky note, he said he hoped I was happy, that he wanted to offer closure. I showed Paul. We laughed. Then I blocked him. I'm pregnant now, due in the spring. Sometimes, I touch the place where my breasts used to be and think about the woman who made that choice. She saved my life in more ways than one. Without the cancer, without the surgery, without Chris leaving, I never would have found Paul. Never would have known this kind of love. Never would have known I was worth more than someone who only loved the easy parts. Chris can keep his truth. I got something better, a husband who actually meant his vows.